What style is that? It's my own secret technique.
Bishop Chronicles. Bishop Chronicles.
What's it called?
Checkmate, sucker, now the move game's over.
What's it called?
Adisa and Joko's my man. That's right.
What's it called?
Certainly the black Ron Burgundy.
It's my own secret technique.
Bishop Chronicles.
Sick with it, off the rick with it. Blue beanie, knitted, freshly acquitted. Who you think it was? That's WC. The Streets. Retwist. The one with Snoop Dogg and Nate Dogg on it. You know what I'm talking about? Man, off the rick with it. You know that's West Coast. Richter scale for all of you people who don't really know what's going on. We be shaking it up. It's the West Side. We do shake it up. You know what I'm saying? And this is the beginning of a new era. It would. Thank you for listening to FarsideTV.com. You are locked into Bishop Chronicles, and as always, I am your host, Adisa the Bishop, aka the Black Dragon of the West Side, aka, you like that 3D, aka Zato Ichi, aka the South Bay Shogun, aka the Iron Hook Assassin. Oh, that is exactly who he is, boy. AKA the Black Cortez Killer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody realer than me, homeboys and girls. Let's just be real. Bishop Chronicles is the world's first podcast dedicated to giving you West Coast perspectives on hip-hop, health, and fitness trends. Ain't nobody out there lacing your cranium with this here vibranium like Adisa the Bishop. So you can be down now, see that Ice Cube shirt, or you can bow down later, because the West Coast OGs, we stay greater. If this is your first time listening, understand this may not be the best thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? But it show enough is the West thing. But it show enough is the West thing. But it show enough is the West thing. Yeah, boy. You know what I mean? Please do me a favor. You know what me and Mike need. You know what I'm saying? My man Mike Realm. You know what I'm saying? Shout out player. We need you to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes, and leave a positive comment, bro. Stop acting like you don't have that time. It is COVID, bro. You are indoors. Stop playing. You've got the time. And you know you listen. So just be like, boop, what's up? Hey, this is a dope one, man. I really like the show. You hit that 5-star and bounce. Go on with the rest of your day and parlay. I'm not trying to get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Also, remember to follow a player at Bishop Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? The Bishop Chronicles Army, the BCP Army. We growing. And how do I know we growing? Because I just told you, I see the numbers every week. It's going up. I'm going all the way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's what I'm trying to tell you. It's time for heartbeat props. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just been running, man. I'm trying to finish the book, bro. The book is like done. Oh, I got all kind of stuff popping. I got like other projects, bro. It's lit, but that's no excuse for not following through with y'all, my real ones. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to dive straight into heartbeat props. If you ain't never listened to heartbeat props, the theme is this. Heartbeat props is a song by Digital Underground. And the idea of heartbeat props is not to wait until someone dies to give them props, right? We live in a COVID area, but I was doing this before COVID was even popping. You know what I'm saying? The COVID era was even popping. And it's about making sure that you acknowledge the living while they're here and be specific about why you appreciate them. Your job is to call 3 people, just talk to them for 5 minutes and tell them a specific reason why you appreciate them. You know what I mean? It could be for something long ago. It could be for something they did yesterday or last week, but that's what it is. So here's what it is. First, at Sake, the number 1, Derful, at Sake Wonderful. He's one of the dopest DJs in the Bay. He's been doing events and all kind of dopeness forever, but he's always had my back when I reach out. So I'm shouting out Sake Wonderful for, you know what I'm saying? When things get real, like even if I ain't talk to him in a minute, he gives me real advice and real resources towards fixing whatever I'm trying to fix. So Sake, bruh, saluting you right now. You know what I'm saying? At student of BJJ, at student of BJJ, student of BJJ on these are all IG tags, by the way. Student of BJJ, y'all know I love jujitsu. They have some of the funniest memes on jujitsu. If you're a practitioner, and even if you're not, it's still hilarious. A lot of it deals with MMA and stuff once in a while. At Eamon Madden, but you spell Eamon a little bit different than it sounds. It's EAMONN. EAMONN _ like the football game. Eamon Madden of Eon BJJ in London. Let me tell you, Eamon is hilarious. I met him through Dewan and Vince. They knew him. He's got a great youth program for jiu-jitsu for young people, keeping them off the streets, keeping them focused on their grades, keeping them focused on their health. And I reached out to him, you know what I'm saying? Because people was like, yo, y'all got a lot in common. Y'all should kick it. And we did kick it. And man, let me tell you, we went and had some acai bowl. I had a soursop bowl. Did you know about soursop bowls? Did you know them things existed? Oh my God. If you're not up on soursop, it looks like outwardly it's kind of green. You cut it open and on the inside, it looks like a white pineapple, but instead of being as tangy and as sour as a pineapple, it's hella sweet. Soursop is ridiculous. And people use it, people that have cancer and stuff like that. It's incredibly healthy for you. You have no idea. I had a soursop bowl. My man had an acai bowl. We was just lounging, you know what I'm saying? Took me over to a school, showed me his building, and obviously there were no students in it. It was just, it's closed right now because the lockdown's real. But the school is cool. We just talked a bit, and I'm gonna have him on the show soon to talk about how he uses jujitsu to help kids because it's important. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the realest hip hop heads in London that I've come across, man. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about LONS. We was talking about all kinds of lyrical fools from back in the day. So thank you, Eamon, for being a dope dude, and your team is awesome, and I really appreciate your peoples. Shout out to someone who I actually don't know. This is not somebody that I actually know. He's in the MF Doom group that I'm in. I think it's just MF Doom Art. I feel bad right now because I'm not saying who it was, but the actual group. I'm in several MF Doom groups on Facebook, but his name is Zach Bishop, Z-A-K Bishop, and he found an MF Doom wall in London. I was like, yo, where is that wall? And he was like, yo, technology is so sick. He just sent me the pin. This is where the wall is. Salute you, player. Salute you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the internet is dope, right? Like you could like not know somebody and just be like, yo, where's that at? Bing. Yo, what is that thing? Boop, boop. They just send you the link and then you're in. You feel me? And finally, man, the Uber props. For real, to at the 650. Now, if you're from the Bay, you know what it is. At the, you got to write this out, 650. The words 650. It's a dope news website where they talk about a lot of dope stuff. Listen, they got this crazy story over there right now on Evel Knievel getting into a fist fight with the Hells Angels at the Cow Palace. It's a real story. Young people, if you don't know who Evel Knievel is, put that in your YouTube. Then go see the story about him fighting the hardest gang in North America, probably, the Hells Angels, in the Cow Palace, and fans were helping. It's a bonkers story. You got to read it. But the 650, the reason I'm saying thank you is because they did a whole piece about podcasts that you should listen to. And Bishop Chronicles was up there with some of the sickest podcasts in the game right now. I can't believe I'm on that list. I can't believe we on that list. Me and my boy Mike, what's up, Mike? You know what I'm saying? The digital air pound, you know what I'm saying? COVID. But what I'm saying is, man, I'm super grateful. We work really hard, man. Me and Mike work really hard to bring these shows. And, you know, to get props from the 650 meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I'm from, fool. You know what I'm saying? I was born in San Francisco. You know, I was born at Moppet Hospital, and it makes me so mad every time I say it now because this dude named Leo, what's up, Lee? And G, we was capping at work one day, and he was like, man, you know, you make me sick, Deesh. You're not even from here, bro. I said, I was born at Moffett. At Moffett. You messing me up. I was born at Moffett Hospital, and he was like, you were born in a Muppet Hospital. No wonder. He just flowed with it. Judo slam me when I tried to be serious and show that I was really from, you know what I'm saying, 415. But I still hate you for that, Leo. But a Muppet Hospital. You know what I'm saying? Why you scarring me, bro? They used to call me Kermit when I was little. That's what you doing to me? The scars. Anyway, what I'm saying is mop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, it's the scars. What I'm saying though is that I was really raised in Pacifica and San Bruno, for real. And so that's really where I was raised. So to get love from the 650 means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so that's what it is. Now we're going on to the West Coast word of the week. West Side, if it West Side, they get word of the week. So the West Side word of the week is where we give you a word that we use out here, so when you come out here you don't get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Or someone says something, you're like, hey, what's that mean? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Not that you would get socked out here, because we're nice. California love. Didn't Tupac sing that whole song? Only in Cali is we riot, not rally. Okay, I'm getting too heavy on each y'all. So anyway, the West Coast word of the week is good looks. Good looks. So what happens? When is that word used? That word is used when you're in a conversation like this. I was talking about Leo and G. So here's how it goes. I call Leo. Hey, Lee, what's up, man? I heard they got the new whoop-de-wap shoes out. Leo knows everything about shoes. He knows everything about shoes. And I'd be like, yo, they got the new you know what I'm saying, LeBrons with the soda can on the inside. I don't buy shoes that matter. Right? So they got a soda can on the inside of these LeBrons. What? Yes. And I'll call him and be like, yo, man, I need a pair of them LeBrons with the soda can. He'd be like, you want the burgundy or you want the gold? I'd be like, I want the gold and the burgundy. He'd be like, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but I got you. And I'll respond with good looks. I'll bring the money through tomorrow. Yeah. That's how you use it. It's a shortened version of good looking out. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for helping me. And so that is your West Coast word of the week, brought to you by the streets. We don't care about you. That's their slogan. And now it is time to get into the haiku. The haiku, right? Haikus are Japanese poems. And as you know, I love doing haikus, and I do haikus on almost every single show. In fact, someone mentioned on the last one that I didn't do a haiku, and I don't even remember if that's a fact or not. I don't even know if that's actual factology, but I'm doing 2 back-to-back right now. Now. Shout out to the Beasties. So a haiku is 3 lines. The first line is 5 syllables. The second line is 7 syllables, and the third is 5. So it's 5, 7, 5. Remember, I said syllables, not words. Think about it. Think about it. You got to clap it out like you did in the 3rd grade to figure out how to do this stuff. But that's how you do these things. Now, Mike, I normally ask for like nature sounds. On this one, bro, I just want you to give me some like outer space, interstellar stuff. I wrote this after meditation, and like I radiate chi, like my whole, I was like, yo, it was going down, and I wrote this haiku. You ready? Abandon control. Walk by the light of chaos. The patterns in there. Rewind. Remember, haikus don't have to rhyme. Abandon control. Walk by the light of chaos. The patterns in there. That's really about not trying to control things and letting the world be. Walking by the light of chaos is a phrase that I took from, I believe, a Confucian scholar out of a book called Japanese Death Poems. It's pretty sick. And when I talk about walking in chaos, it's because when things look crazy, inside that craziness, there is a truth. You need to look for it and find it and be guided by that. My second haiku begins now. For this, Mike, you know what? I'm going to let you choose the environment, bro. You choose the environment. You know what I mean? This came from another meditation session. Here we go. Egyptian musk burns. Reflect on the lesson learned. Your karma is earned. One more time, homie. Egyptian musk burns. Reflect on the lesson learned. Your karma is earned. Now, Haikus don't have to rhyme, but I'm from the West Coast and I used to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Used to be a real MC. Used to be on that block spitting bars. Used to be on them stages, getting in the altercations, bro. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, even though haikus aren't supposed to rhyme, mine do. Yeah, right. So there you have it. The chess and life strategy of the week. I normally go in depth. You know what my chess and life strategy is? Play the game. There it is. Sometimes it doesn't have to be all deep. Get in the game. You know what I mean? Just play. Don't even try to be a grandmaster with it. Just hit somebody up. Play with a friend. Try not even to play online. Play with a person who's already in your house. And if they don't know how to play, teach them how to play. You know what I mean? I'm going to get deeper later. I have a whole new thing getting ready to launch around chess actually soon. So hold on to your butts. Buckle up. You know, I started a new list of music called Bushido Beats. These are instrumentals that I work out to. It's on Spotify, Bushido Beats. It's a bunch of like heavy bass instrumentals that have like Japanese flutes and like harps and stuff in them. Makes me want to straight murderize people. I mean that in the best way. But I be jogging to it, working out to it, getting these push-ups in, these air squats, fools, doing the double leg shots. Yeah, anyway. Bushido Beats, you should go check that out on Spotify. Follow it. Seriously, it's a good thing. And now I'm gonna run you into the healthy tip, you know what I mean, of the week. So I've been seeing a lot of people writing about lucid dreaming. If you don't know what lucid dreaming is, what that means is being actively in a dream while you're asleep, but being able to control how you move and your reaction to things in the dream. This is a true skill that exists in the world. And not everybody has it, but that's only because they haven't tried to have it. If you try to have it, you can do this. And I do this. I've been actively lucid dreaming since I was 21. When I was 21, when I was a youngster, I met this chick. She was like 24 and she put me up on lucid dreaming. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you is lucid dreaming is a real thing. And the first thing she did was she gave me this book by this dude who's certified bonkers, but the book is good. You know, sometimes I think it's important to be able to like take in knowledge from a crazy person or a dumbass. There are some dumbasses who've said some decent things in the world at times. And Carlos Castaneda was one of them. He wrote a book called Journey to Ixtlan, and it really changed my life in many ways. But I read more than that. What other? The Legends of Don Juan? Anyway, Carlos Castaneda, Journey to Ixtlan, talked about lucid dreaming. Okay, and this was one of the ways that she helped me understand the value of lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is a deep thing. And I was having nightmares a few months ago and I got away from lucid dreaming. I said, you know what? You got to get back into it. Ever since I've been doing lucid dreaming, I have not had any nightmares. And it's very powerful. So people have been talking about how do you get to a state where you could lucid dream and people do all this stuff. Look, I'm not going to give you the life hack because I hate that word. To me, life hack is kind of a word for cheating or cultural appropriation. You always find someone who says that they're doing a life hack. They're usually doing some cultural appropriation. You know what I'm saying? Like how to do sushi without actually learning all the stuff the Japanese people do. Yeah, there you go. And it's like, man, relax. You know what I'm saying? Just give some honor, would you? So, but this is, an easy way to get into it without getting into the clouds of other people's stupidness. So get and read Journey to Ixtlan. Okay. Beyond that, I'm going to suggest that you start taking melatonin pills or B6 pills or both. But here's the deal about melatonin, and this is important. Melatonin comes from your pineal gland, and I could get deep with this stuff, but I'm not going to bother because most of you don't care. And if you do care, you'll go read something on it. But the deal is that melatonin comes from your pineal gland. And the problem is that melatonin is like steroids. If a guy takes steroids, right, he will naturally stop producing testosterone. If you take too many melatonin pills for a long period of time, your brain and your body will naturally stop producing melatonin, and that's not what you want. I myself, if you go to the average store, they usually sell melatonin pills, and each pill is like, I think 3 milligrams. If you're going to take melatonin and you do this, look, you got to look into this stuff, man. When I tell you this stuff, it always comes with the warning. Adisa is not a doctor. And if you get messed up, that's on you. All right, I had to do my own homework. I treat myself as a guinea pig. If you do the same, whatever happens, happens. I think it'll work, but I'm just telling you. And so melatonin helps you sleep. What I find is melatonin helps you stay asleep, but it doesn't help you sleep. I hope that makes sense. There's a difference between helping you sleep and staying asleep. Anyway, melatonin helps. Okay. I would break them in half and take half the pill if you're going to take any at all. I find that I actually produce too much melatonin. And if I take melatonin on top of my actual natural production, I'll get a headache. And so I stay away from the stuff as often as I can these days. That really helps. What also really helps melatonin production, I believe, I haven't proven this, I'm telling you about my experience, is meditation helps melatonin production. I find at least that my lucid dreaming skill is in direct proportion to my meditation depth when it's done consistently. Meditation and the beauty of it is not felt unless you do it consistently. And that's why people don't do it consistently, because they do it a few times and like, I don't feel anything. This is a waste of 5 or 10 minutes out of my day and I'm out. You have to do it for like a month and a half before you feel the value of meditation impact you physically and mentally and emotionally, right? Someone will talk crazy to you and normally you would have hit him with that elbow straight to the jaw, but you're like, I didn't hit him with the jaw. I didn't even think about hitting him. Meditation, little light above the head, you feel me? And if you're new to meditating and you don't know how to meditate and you want a guide, I suggest you start with Riz's guided meditations, which are on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Or Spotify has a bunch of really dope guided meditations, and you can do that. In any case, I think that lucid dreaming is a big deal. I think because we're at home in COVID, a lot of us are and we're stressed out. We're having a lot more nightmares. And I think that lucid dreaming is an effective way to combat nightmares. Okay. The main thing that I want to tell you that I got from Carlos Castaneda's book, this is how I started lucid dreaming, is he's like, if you find yourself in the middle of a dream and you know you're cognizant that you're dreaming, look at your hand and open it and close it. And open it and close it. It feels and sounds stupid, but that is the beginning of getting control of the manifestation of your physical self in a dream. Soon you'll be able to move your arm. Soon you'll be able to move your other hand, and then you'll be able to move, and you can disrupt nightmares. That's how it started for me, is I would have nightmares where this dude was getting ready to kill me, and I would just do something off the wall, like walk through a door, or, you know what I'm saying, jump, or, you know what I'm saying, grab a weapon that wasn't there, and then that person would disappear, or my whole dream would disappear. Lucid dreaming, look into it. Man, you ain't ready for everything D's got to teach out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell you a lot, you know what I'm saying? And in closing, before I get into my silly stories, I want to remind you to defend your smile. Smiles are the fingerprints of the soul. Nobody in this whole world smiles like you. Not even identical twins. Like, I know identical twins. I've known identical twins groups, and I'm sure you do. Go look at pictures of them. They smile differently because their smile is their own, right? And so I want you to remember to protect your joy. We live in a world where all the news and people in your family and fake friends, and sometimes even people you involve in relationships, will attack your joy. You have to create a space in your heart, in your head, in your spiritual self that is unassailable. No one can get to it but you. And you protect it so you can protect your ability to smile, and never give anyone the ability to take your smile away from you, because we all need it. You know what I'm saying? And that will give you the skill and the time and the space to look any hater in the eye and tell them, understand, if my joy brings you pain, homie, you're going to need some Novocaine. You heard me? One more time. If my joy brings you pain, then you're going to need some Novocaine. You heard me? So I want you to go be great. I want you to win this day standing on logic and love. Think for yourself, but act with compassion. Now, Enjoy your week and go be great as I get ready to tell these two stories. My first story is about a very famous rapper from Los Angeles who was knocked out. People don't know about this story, but it's a true story. And I'm never, ever, ever going to tell you who the rapper is because they're still my homie. I still come across them once in a while, and I don't want people being like, that's him. And so I'll just tell you this because it's just a funny story. And that's the only reason I'm telling you the story is because it's funny. Then it was told as a funny story by the rapper to me. This isn't a story I heard. This is a story that the rapper told me. He said, yeah, man, look, one day I was at a club and, you know, we had beef with this other set because you know how South Central is, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, and there's hella people. And so we kind of know that at some point it's fixing to go down. Now I'm with me and my partners and they with them and they partners. And you know what I'm saying? It's Bloods and Crips and it's all of that. You know what I mean? I was like, word? So what happened? So he's like, you know, at some point in the middle of the, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming straight out of, right? At some point, somebody says something to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Some gang signs go up and it's on. He's like, and I'm like, yo, I'm putting in work right now. So he goes, so I jump up, I'm like, what's up, nigga? And he pulls back. Silence. So about like an hour later, he's got this fresh car. And he wakes up and he hears paper. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? You want, oh man, hold on, man. Don't take all the ketchup. He's like, oh, what? He opens up his eyes and he looks in the front seat and his homies are eating at in a parking lot. And he's like, what's up, man? He's like, oh man, nigga, you woke up? He's like, what happened? He's like, bro, as soon as it jumped off, you got stolen and knocked out. And he's like, and we had to drag you up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Put you in the car and we was fixing to go home. You know what I'm saying? Make sure all the homies was good. Then we was getting ready to go home, but we was hungry. So, you know what I'm saying? We figured we'd come over here to Fat Burger and get something, man. We got you a burger. Did you want fries? Because we got fries. These fools was eating hamburgers, drinking milkshakes. This fool was not back. He thought it was funny. So I'm telling you the story, but I'm never going to say their name. And so my other story is about, I can talk about this, is Mixmaster Mike from the Beastie Boys. So Mixmaster Mike is from the Bay, and you know, he's from the Daly City area, you know what I'm saying? But then he actually, for a while, people don't know this, he moved to San Bruno. And he actually used to live in a house. He was renting a room at Tahama Court in San Bruno for a couple years. Now, I knew him when he was in high school because he went to Thornton. My cousin Steve went to Westmore, and that's where Apollo went. And I think Hubert and Alex Aquino, who managed them, I think Alex and Q went to Jefferson. No, Balboa. I'm tripping. Anyway, forget the high school stuff. My point is, after high school, he moved to San Bruno, and I used to go to Mike's house after the Invisible Scratch Pickles broke up. You can look that up. ISP breakup, Mixmaster Mike, Hubert, Apollo. You can look into that on your own time. But when it broke up, a lot of folks didn't really know what they were really going to do with themselves, and Mike was one of them. And so I used to go to Mike's house a lot and just kind of hang out, and I used to watch him work on his routines, which were amazing. This would be akin to going to Jimi Hendrix's house and watching him just play by himself. And it was like watching a show. I did it several times, like more than I can count. And he told me that he was trying to connect with MCA. I don't remember how they met, but he told me that he met MCA, and he goes, watch, I'm gonna leave him a message scratching. And I was like, okay, cool. So he calls MCA, he puts the phone down, and he goes, hangs up, doesn't speak. And I was like, you just do that? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, he don't get mad? He's like, no, he thinks it's cool. And that's how he became a member of the Beastie Boys. A lot of people don't know that. But I actually saw one of those scratch messages that he left MCA. Now, you might say, look at that long finger. Deese is lying right now. He is lying. He's just trying to sound cool, whatever. And I will say, West Coast OGs don't lie. I can be real specific. I can be so specific that I can tell you the scratch setup that he left MCA because I was blown away by it. He took Welcome to the Terror Dome by Public Enemy, and he scratched a rhythm with the turntable off. The turntable's not on. He's just using basically what I consider a dead turntable, but still being able to manip, and that's why they call it turntablism. And he scratched a beat with it, and it was crazy, right? And so these are the kinds of things that I used to see. It was the Terror Dome set with the turntable off. How could I tell you that if I wasn't there? This is what OGs can tell you that your homies can't. This is what you can't get from your favorite website. This is Bishop Chronicles. You understand? Now, I'm up out of here. I want you to have a blessed week. I want you to be safe. I want you to stand in your truth. I want you to be your best self. I want you to go after that business proposal, that jog you've been denying, that yoga session. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get in your jump rope. Right? I want you to start reading. I want you to go get on Audible, at least listen to a book. You can listen to one book a month. You can't listen to one book a month. Back in the day, me and my crew, Freedom Troop 187, one book a month. Everybody had to read a book a month, and you had to talk about what you read. Nobody cared what you read, but you had to read. There's no excuse for not reading right now. And if you can't find the discipline to read, you can at least listen to Audible. Don't tell me you can't listen to a book a month. This is Bishop Chronicles. Stay strong and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide West Side. Oh, West Side. And on that note, I am gone. Salute. I'm out. Peace.
Teacher, what style is that? It's my own secret technique.
Bishop Chronicles. Bishop Chronicles.
What's it called?
Checkmate, sucker, now the move game's over.
What's it called?
Adisa and Joko. That's right.